Today's topic of discussion hemolytic anemia. What is hemolytic anemia? It is a form of anemia where RBC are being destroyed inappropriately. Hemolysis refer to the destruction of RBC which will cause hemolytic anemia. If it occur faster than bone marrow can reproduce RBC. ஸோ ஹீமோலைட்டிக் அனிமியா வந்து இட் இஸ் எ ஃபார்ம் ஆஃப் அனிமியா. இங்கே வந்து ஹீமோலைசிஸ் ஆகுது, அதாவது டெஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஆர்பிசி. போன் மேரோ ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுறதை விட ஹீமோலைசிஸ் ஆகிறது அதிகமாக இருக்குது. த மெக்கானிசம் by which hemolytic anemia occur can be divided between extravascular and intravascular, where extravascular means that the destruction of RBC is occurring outside of the vasculature. இது வந்து outside of that blood vessel நடக்குது, which is mostly mediated by immune cells such as macrophages in the spleen. Alternatively, it can be intravascular, where the destruction of that RBC is happening within the blood vessels. Extravascular causes can be further divided into extracorpuscular and intracorpuscular. Sometimes externally is affected the RBC. There is an intrinsic defect in them. So extracorpuscular causes including malaria, hypersplenism, which is an increasing activities of that reticuloendothelial system, sequestration of that spleen. Then warm and cold agglutination disease, where IgG against that RBC are released and bind that RBC, signaling them for destruction by reticular endothelial cell. Intracorpuscular causes, there is a defect in that RBC. This would involve hemoglobininopathy such as sickle cell or thalassemia cell. Second one is cell membrane defect such as hereditary spherocytosis, elephantocytosis, proximal natural hemoglobinuria. Alternatively, we can have enzyme deficiency such as glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase deficiency, also known as G6PT, and pyruvate kinase deficiency. Intravascular hemolysis. Hemolysis is occurring within the vessel themselves. So we have that form mechanical stress. Example from prosthetic heart valve, aortic stenosis, dialysis. We can have it use an incorrect transfusion, for example ABO RH incompatibility. Finally, we have microangiopathy hemolytic anemia such as diffuse intravascular coagulopathy, thrombocytopenia purpura, even lupus. Next, clinical features. General manifestation of anemia such as pallor, fatigue, weakness, dyspnea, headache, and dizziness. But due to the increased destruction of RBC, in hemolytic anemia, we having some other features such as jaundice that occur because of hemoglobin released when that RBC died can be broken down. Specifically, the heme portion being broken down into bilirubin, which will give yellow appearance of that skin sclera when level get above approximately 3 mg. When that bilirubin level more than 3 mg per deciliter ஆகிறப்ப தான் வந்து நமக்கு ஜாண்டிஸ் வருது. தென் this one dark colored urine, okay, may be seen due to hemoglobinopathy. Gallstone may also seen in increased level of bilirubin. More bilirubin is move into the biliary system. Additionally, long-term elevated release of free hemoglobin linked to pulmonary hypertension, which would lead to right-sided heart failure symptoms. In terms of diagnosis, clinical pictures, hemolytic peripheral blood smear may shows cystocytes which are fragment RBC. So we having claved shape, sliced shape, helmet shape, triangle shape. Laboratory investigation CBC, complete blood count, to be establish the presence of anemia as well as the elevated of MCV, mean corpuscular volume, which is often normal 80 to 100 femtoliter. More specifically, the hemoglobin bilirubin level increasing. It is degradation product of heme. HP level will be lower as hepatoglobin bind to free HB in the blood. Then the complex of broken down by macrophages. So RBC destruction means more hepatoglobin binding and getting destroyed. Then lactase dehydrogenase presented in RBC. So RBC are destroyed means lactase dehydrogenase is released. So hemolysis anemia level increased. So here that reticulocytes level also increased as bone marrow tried to producing more RBC, followed that based on our சஸ்பீசியஸ். ஸோ நம்மளுக்கு வந்து ஆர்பிசி லெவல் குறையிறதுனால போன் மேரோ வந்து ட்ரை பண்ணுது நிறைய ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. அதனால தான் ரெக்டிக்ளோசைட்ஸ் லெவல் வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுது. தென் ஃபர்தர் ஸ்க்ரீனிங் சிக்கிள் செல் glucose 6-phosphate dehydrogenase direct and indirect Coombs test for autoimmune hemolytic anemia. The Coombs test are the pair of tests used for immunohematology that are direct Coombs and indirect test. Direct Coombs test used to look the presence of antibodies. Presence of antibodies on the red blood cell that might be causing them to be signed for destruction. Indirect Coombs test for testing for that antibodies in the serum. Antibodies in that serum. A direct Coombs, we take a sample on our patient blood, washed it older to order to remove all the unbounded RBC. Only bounded மட்டும்தான் வரும், unbounded வந்து remove ஆயிரும் in the sample. The idea then is the only antibodies already bounded to that RBC are still present. So we added human globulin known as Coombs reagent. இதில் வந்து Coombs reagent add பண்ணுறோம். Basically bind to that antibody that are bounded to that RBC. Already bind ஆயிருக்கிறது கூட தான் வந்து இது வந்து bind ஆகுது. So RBC will stick together or clumped together if the presence of antibody present on that RBC, because Coombs reagent will bind to them and then form a link overall. The direct Coombs test is looking for the presence of antibody already bounded to RBC in a sample of blood taken for our patient. So the direct Coombs test is used when we suspect an autoimmune or immune mechanism is targeted that RBC of that patient. For example, hemolytic anemia. இதோட application hemolytic anemia of newborn, warm or cold immune hemolytic anemia. The direct indirect Coombs agglutination test Indirect home alkalination test, we take patient serum of our patient mixed with that foreign RBC, add comb reagent. If any antibodies serum have means RBC, this one will bound to RBC. We will see RBC clump together like டைரக்ட் கூம் டெஸ்ட். இங்கே வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம், பேஷண்ட்டோட சீரத்தை எடுத்து ஃபாரின் ஆர்பிசியோட ஆட் பண்ணுறோம். அப்போ அதில் வந்து சீரத்தில் ஆன்டிபாடி இருந்ததுனா தான் பைண்ட் ஆகும். அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து கூம் ரியேஜென்ட், அதுவும் வந்து பைண்ட் ஆகி கிளம்பிங்காக கிடைக்கும். இன்டைரக்ட் ஹோம் அக்ளூடினேஷன் டெஸ்ட் வந்து இதோட இது வந்து ப்ரீநேட்டல் ஸ்க்ரீனிங் ஃபார் ஆர்கச் ரீசஸ் ஆன்டிஜன் இன் ஆர்டர் டு presents hemolytic disease of the newborn. As diagnosis presents like a direct comb test. Then other things, blood transfusion. Treatment purpose prophylaxis, we are giving folic acid. Then autoimmune hemolytic anemia means corticosteroid rituximab. Other option, blood transfusion, plasmapheresis, bone marrow stem cell transplantation. ஸோ இந்த வீடியோவில் ஹீமோலைட்டிக் அனிமியா பற்றி ஃபுல்லாக டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம். தேங்க்ஸ் ஃபார் வாட்சிங்.